What is up, guys? It is Java Legends here, and I am back with Grand Prix number 1, race number 3, Snake Creek Rapids. Do not worry, that's not the actual rapids. I was just too lazy to clear that out. That was the idea I was testing out, with faraway writing in water. As you can see, there's some, like, still parts of the water and stuff. It was supposed to create the lettering for something, but that didn't quite work out, and I'm kind of too lazy to take it down. Anyway, Snake Creek Rapids. Once again, we take a boat. This is going to be one of the longer boat rides, so I might try to find a way to skip through this, and I also might find a way so you don't take damage while going through this. I don't know if you take damage. I've not tested it in regular to see if you do take damage. Maybe you do. It might take suffocation damage, but probably not too much. But it's going to be on peaceful foot, so it doesn't matter as much. Anyway, so we're just zooming through once again the loading docks. Just to repeat, loading docks are because Xbox does not load everything right off of the bat. So just so you load, I have to put an area underneath or above each track just so you load it before the race starts. That sort of thing. That's the end of the race right there. And now we go for the long, narrow straightaway back. This is going to take a while. You might as well grab a sandwich. No, I am not kidding. Grab a sandwich. I'll wait. Back yet? Alright, here we go. Up and over. And through the wall. Yeah, I know, right? It's a lot of work to get back here. Literally. Anyway, we go up the mountain. This is basically built around the idea of water, or snow, I guess you can say, and ice, melting and forming its way going down the mountain, which is why we go so far up. Anyway, you pick, once again, you go into your colored port, and once again, start the race with the levers. Should grab a boat. Unlike the other races, which I decided to do this, the middle is not the initial part, but in fact the sides are. Some people were saying it gives an unfair advantage that it always starts to middle, that it always narrows to middle, so I decided, alright, narrow it to sides. Each side is the same thing. There's no difference between either of the sides. They're just the ways to come around and get back even. And we boost, 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 down, and out. This is where I introduce you to the water spike. It's basically a block of water placed in front of, and it causes a bit of problems if you don't go into it right, such as ramming me into the wall. I guess I might do the entire of this in the boat because it's unlike laps, it's one straight go. It's not laps, it's just a one go right down. Anyway, the water spikes, this isn't really too difficult. I'm kind of messed up there. If you saw how you pushed off of that one wrong, and it didn't do too right. Anyway, at this point, most of the snow has melted, and I went too fast off of that. This is where the luscious part starts to come in, and this is the first of the item boxes in this race. If I'm correct, I think that's the only item box set in this race. So you might want to pack up there. And oops, come off of that, too rough. And we go. Through here. Something I forgot to mention, each track has a shortcut. No matter how it looks, each track has a shortcut. Not sure why that pig's here. That could have been a shortcut. Maybe. Or maybe it's a longer way around. You don't know. Until you race. Anyway, we're coming along the bottom of the race itself. And this is where the majority of the water spikes are. Now this is where you got to do a lot of dodging, bobbing, and weaving, because you see it pushed me back hard. And if you don't do it right, you're going to get pushed back constantly. This is where I recommend you keep your items, because you can really mess up your opponents at this point. I have seen in test races, this is where people have caught up. People who have been in the race from the top of the race from start, but get hauled up in this area, and someone just takes a bow and arrow, destroys their bow until they catches up and win the race. And I've seen it happen. So I know this, even I'm having trouble with it, and I built it. That just tells you how much of a difficulty this is. Come off the wall. Come off the wall. And we're coming down to the finish, to the reserves of sand and stone, which accumulate, at the bottom of rushing rivers. If you come up that boost right, it will send you so far into the finish line, you wouldn't have any problem deciding who the winner is. I've put this here just so everyone gets the idea, in case the race didn't teach you of how to conquer water spikes, but this is the end of the race here. Anyway, if you do want to race in the Grand Prix, or want to help build, send a message to my gamer tag, which is down below. Also to my Twitter, which is when I say I might be building or anything like that. If you have a better name for what this thing should be called, I have it MineKart right now, but I'm not too sure. You could suggest a new name to me, and I might take it. Suggest it down in the comments below. For right now, if you did not see the last race, which is Grand Prix number 1, race 2, Gold Rush, there will be an annotation in the top left. And for the next race, which I have not finished yet, but its name so far is Autumn and then something, I'm not sure yet. I might even change that name, but I'm not sure what I will call it yet. But whatever I call it, there will be an annotation in the top right, and that will be race number 4 of the first Grand Prix when it is finished built. I have the idea drawn out right here on paper, but it's not kind of finished yet. Anyway, put a comment down below for basically anything. And until next time, guys,